We are back with another video where I am gonna try out a bunch of new makeup on the scene. I have the new foundation from Giorgio Armani, I have the new concealer from Makeup Forever, the new One Size powder, and I have an indie palette that a bunch of you have been asking, what? This is a magnetic pan. Why have you not used the Adept Cosmetics palette yet? Well, it's because it's been sitting here waiting for me, but we're gonna use it today. I'm gonna do something fun. I hope. I also have the new highlighter, the reformulation from Patrick Ta. Should we try it out? I might take one for the team. But let me zoom in and let's start with the foundation by Giorgio Armani. I got it in the shade M3. I think I got like a medium because I'm pretty tan still and I wanted to get something that I thought was gonna work for me for a while because I keep my tan on pretty long, and also it's a skin tint. And I did swatch this one already and it looks very lightweight, like almost like a liquidy gel, and it does not seem to have a lot of coverage, which I love. This one I think is the new version of the Neo Nude that they used to have, which was one of my favorite foundations of all time. It had more on me, a medium coverage, and I actually wore that one to my wedding. Do what you will with that information, but I have high hopes for this one. This one does have a pump instead of a squeezy tube that the last one had. My sponge is not, don't look at my sponge, okay? This is the Cinch Beauty sponge, and one would think that I would change mine more often because I literally own this brand and I have more sponges at home. But since, I'm gonna toot my own horn, since these are very well constructed and they don't tear or break, I just keep on using them for a really long time. I should wash them a little bit more often though. That I definitely should. This one is definitely a light coverage, and it is supposed to be, if I'm not totally mistaken, it doesn't say it here, but if I remember correctly, this one is supposed to be, I'm like trying to, okay, this was not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. Sir?
3 hours later.
Okay, maybe a squeezy tube is to prefer. Okay, that is not working out the way I wanted to. What am I supposed to, hello? Hello? Am I not understanding? Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's so liquidy that you really need to hold it upside down. A little bit annoying. But this formula from before, I don't even know if this is supposed to be like the new version really. But this formula from before was like a natural, glowy finish that was super long lasting. It did dry down but looked healthy on the skin, and it really had this long lasting fresh looking, it looked like your skin but better. I hate saying that because your skin is already great, but like it looked photoshopped, and I love the longevity of it. This one has less coverage for sure than the Neo Nude, but it does have a little bit more glow than the Neo Nude. But what I have understood from how this formulation works is that the glow is in the formulation, not in like the texture. So it's supposed to dry down and be glowy, which is my favorite type of formula. That's what I really love about that one from the drugstore, the new L'Oreal one. That one has the same, and I'm thinking that this one is a similar formula, just much more liquidy and therefore lighter on the skin and also less coverage. But look at that glow. It's not looking glossy, it's not looking sticky or oily, and it almost has already dried down. I think I'm gonna love this one. I also love a light coverage like skin tint. I don't mind like beauty spots and imperfections showing through. If you like more a full coverage, I mean, this won't be for you. I don't think you will enjoy even trying building this one up. But if you do love something easy breezy, just skin tint, just finish wise, it looks really dang impressive. I also did buy I did buy pretty much all of these things except the powder. Yes, I got the powder from One Size in PR. All the other things I have bought myself. I will put everything down in the description box in case you're interested. But this is the new HD Skin Full Cover Concealer. It also has one of those little poofs at the end. I usually don't use those, but I think if you are the kind of person who does your makeup on the go, I do think that those work. I feel like I have a fiber. They work in a pinch. Like, they definitely work in a pinch. I got the color... Which color did I get? I can't see anything. Wait, 1Y18. I usually get like a either light warm or a light medium. It depends on what they're offering. But I like getting with a warm undertone for my under eyes, and I think I have been able to get a really good shade. I like the triangle still, but I don't do the triangle all the way out here, at least not with product, because I feel like that can very easily become a little bit too much. But I really like the HD Skin Concealer that they had from before, and I think this one is just meant to be a little bit more full coverage, and I think this is meant to be a little bit more... The other one had like more of a natural finish, but it was still very lightweight, and this one I think is supposed to be matte and full coverage, which again, I don't hate that as long as it's not too thick. And this one definitely does not have like a thick formulation. That looks really nice. Okay, I'm gonna set this with my normal under eye powder. I'm using the Cinch Proof and the Glam Light powder. I'm gonna use that under my eyes, and then we're gonna use the finishing powder by One Size on the rest of my face. But this one has a little bit of a, again, a natural glow to it, not glittery, not metallic, and not a highlighter, just something that's a little bit of a glow, and I don't think that will be perfect under my eyes. So I don't have a new bronzer to try, and I'm in the middle of reviewing this one from Danessa Myricks. It's in light 2. So I am just gonna schmack some of this on, and we'll go into some blushes, and maybe even, because I have this one, the Too Faced one. I'm thinking maybe we'll do that as a blush and a lip color, because it's supposed to be used, or you're able to use it for both. So I'm thinking maybe we should. Okay, so hear me out. Let's do on the lips first. This is the Too Faced Cloud Crush. I got it in the peach shade. It is called Peach Blur, and this is a whipped lip and cheek color. And I haven't bought anything Too Faced in a hot minute, but I really like the consistency of this when I swatched it. And I was thinking, if we do a little bit together with this kind of like muted red lip liner, I think that will be really good. Can I just say that formulation is just, that's a really nice formulation. Like, it is so blurring, smooth, light, airy. I have all the good words to say about how the formulation feels. How it feels. Okay, I'm gonna use the Sigma brush that I always use. This is the F08. We are gonna try it. I haven't done the finishing powder yet. We're gonna try it on the cheeks. This might be a mistake, because I'm really loving how my face makeup is looking. The bronzer together with the foundation together with the concealer. I feel like everything is looking really good. Oh my god, that formulation. That formulation is so good. Look at that. I'm really liking that. I am really liking that. I also did bring out actually another blush, and that is the blush stick by Dior. I have the lavender one. It is called Pink Lilac. I've been using that quite a lot as of late. I think I used it in like a Get Ready With Me, but I haven't really talked about it, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it even though I'm not using it today, because I don't like it. The packaging is beautiful, the color is beautiful, it blends out wonderfully, but there's two things I don't like about the formulation. One of them is it doesn't dry down. It's kind of sticky, which, you know, I don't mind if they don't 100% dry down to a powdery finish, but I need them to dry down at least to a formula that I can touch. And I don't feel like it does that. And it also smells. And I don't think it smells bad, but it smells like mint. What? It smells like a mixture between mint and vanilla. And I don't know why a cheek stick like a blush is mint. It's just such a like weird experience. I don't love it. So yeah, not my favorite formula, especially like that price tag is kind of wild. And it's kind of wild that I didn't get a product I love for that price tag. I layered a little bit more on top. Look at how cheeky and red I am. Ah, love it. Okay, let's talk about highlighters. First of all, this one is beautiful. Is this the one I'm gonna use today? I don't know. This is the new Fenty one. It is the Diamond Balm in Lavender Lover. It is like a blue lavender duochrome sparkly topper. I do have this one, but I also kind of want to use it. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. I don't even like sparkly highlighters. I've been into lavenders, but I also have the new highlighter by Patrick Ta. I hate this packaging because it becomes so gross right away. So the original color, I dug this one out of my declutter pile. The original color I had was Sugar. Look at how goopy mine is. Like, look at the lid. I don't know if you can fully see. Oh my god, I'm getting it everywhere. It's like goopy. You can see it's like melted and goopy. This one is just, the formulation of it was weird. It was thick and goopy and Vaseline-y. I didn't like it at all. I wanted to buy the exact same color, but I got Daddy because Sugar was sold out. I've already touched this one and I can already tell you, this one, it still feels a little bit like a glossy balm that, quite honestly, is gonna not dry down. It's gonna make your cheeks look wet because they are wet. They are wet. That's why that's why. So this is more like, do you want to like take down the powderiness? Do you want your cheeks to look a little dewy? There are people who love that like balm texture on their face, and it does look good. But if you have oily skin like me, it is gonna disrupt your makeup. So I'm not even gonna, like, you saw the swatches, you could see. It is just glossy, but at least it's not goopy. At least it doesn't give that thickness. Like, they have solved the formulation of the balm, but it's still a balm. But I'm gonna use the powder. I actually didn't hate the powders that they had before. Like, that looks good. It is more like a subtle highlighter. Like, you can tell. It's not like super like glossy glowy, but you know what? I don't dislike that. I think that there's a time and place for that, and I actually think that that looks really pretty, so I don't hate that at all. I just kind of wish I could have that as a single because I really don't need that balm. I think if I was still a working makeup artist, this would have been great for photo shoots, but I'm not, and that's not the kind of formulation I want to have on my face out and about because it's just gonna break down my makeup. But the other one, like the other powder product, I mean, that looks great. I'm not even gonna like sugarcoat it. That looks great. Look at that. It's beautiful. What a great combo with the Too Faced blush. And I think you can see the formulation here. Like, it is just like, it is a gloss. It is a glossy balm. And let me see if I can. You can see. It's not a highlighter, it's like a glossy balm. And again, there are people out there that will like that. At least they solve the problem with the formulation, but it's still not the kind of formula that like I want to use on my cheeks. But the powder though, I mean, that's stunning. I wish I could have gotten a duo with two of those powders. One with the base color and one without. That would have been absolutely delightful. Let's dig into the finishing powder. This is the Boucle Silk Cellulose Airbrushed Powder. I have it in medium golden. So one size actually sent me. They sent me fair and light, and it's not my all over powder. It's not fair and light. I'm never fair. I will give those to my friend. My friend Lisa is actually coming back to Texas. I will give those to my friend because she is fair. I am, you can see this is medium golden, and you can tell that like that's much closer to where I am. This one was sent to my friend Heather Austin, and she got sent 2 shades as well, and she sent me one of her shades. I'm incredibly grateful. Heather is an amazing friend, so we are gonna be trying this one out. Thank you so much, Heather, for sending that one to me. I don't know if I should tell one size that I'm like not that shade, but also like most of the time they're not releasing like face products. Okay, I'm using, this is an F05. I use that for finishing powders. It's from Singe. I use that for powder bronzers, and I use it for finishing powders. I'm not putting it on here because I don't mind. Oh my god, can you see there's one of my hairs here? I don't know if you can see it there.
And
I don't mind texture on my face. I always say I love a glowy pore. Don't be too afraid of like showing your skin as it is. Nobody has airbrushed skin, but these finishing powders can help to just buff products together. I just don't put them on the apples on my cheeks if I already put highlighter on, because I don't want to cover that. But I gotta say, this is making everything look very like healthy and like airbrushed. Okay, I'm actually really enjoying this. I've been really into this finishing powders as of late. I mean, Morphe has a great one. This is a great one. What other brand released one that was really good? There was another brand that had one that I really liked too. I can't remember which one, but this is definitely the kind of product that's up and coming. Okay, we are gonna go into the new Adept Cosmetics EBES. It's like the name of it is right here. This is what the palette looks like. Let me show you some swatches while I put on my Sigma primer stick. I'm still using the one in Ignite. I'm really enjoying it. So this palette, I bought this palette myself, but I do have a code with Adept Cosmetics. You can use my code Angelica and you will get 10% off when you are ordering from Adept. I do have a code with them, but I don't receive PR from them. So instead, I just buy the palettes that appeal to me. And this one really did appeal to me because I'm loving the mix of like some like neutrals. There are some colorful shades. They're almost like a little grungy jeweled. And I think the shimmers look really interesting too. So I'm not 100% sure what I want to do, but I didn't include this in the I did just recently do a 4 indie palettes for looks. I think that was on Monday. I had that video live, and I didn't include this one because I had that one from Colourpop that I really wanted to include. But I was thinking, why don't we do green? And then I'm thinking this one, and maybe, why do I keep losing it? Like, is it even magnetic? I think it is magnetic, but it keeps falling out. Hold. It is this olivey green that keeps falling out. I don't know if the magnet is really weak on that one. But I was thinking maybe we'll do something with this one, because you could see it's like a green going to... And it has like really interesting, like... I think that could be the one. So this is the shade Orion Reptilian. And I'm gonna put that here. I will say, Adept Cosmetics has been one of those brands that I've always loved their vision, but their formulation haven't always worked for me. They did for a while have really emollient and squishy, like special shades that creased on me super, super quickly. But now they have incorporated at least some more that are not those super creasy shades, which really work for me. I love just like, you know, the beauty of makeup and swatching makeup and just enjoying makeup. But at the end of the day, I also want to be able to wear the makeup. And if it becomes a formulation that just doesn't wear great on me, it just ends up being a formulation that I don't reach for. And I really feel like they have become better. Their mattes are still not, as you can see I'm dipping in a lot, as pigmented as I like mattes to be. But I also think they've come a long way when it comes to mattes too. But I also really love like super impactful, very saturated and like opaque mattes. So not everyone is the same. I don't know if you can hear the beeping in the background, but there's like a truck backing, and he's been backing for like 5 minutes. I'm like, my dude, backing into a different zip code. Oh, I think he stopped. I'm gonna use the same shade under my eyes too. Blend a little bit in the outer corner too, to like make them connect on the outer corner, because I want the outer corner to belong, like I want the lower lash line and the upper lash line to actually like connect. He's backing again. Like, where are you going, sir? And it's coming closer. He's on a mission. Okay, let's do Dementor UAP. Okay, it's this shade in the middle. It's like a very smoky, like aubergine color. I'm gonna use that on the lower lash line. Okay, okay. And I'm also gonna put it on the upper lash line. I'm just pushing this. This is an EO7, it's very detailed, but I'm just starting to push it on the outer part of the crease because I want this to be super detailed and super dense, and I also want to make sure these are connected. So I'm doing this first before I blend them out, so I don't make it too muddy, because of course these two shades don't 100% go together. Now I'm going in with an EO5 when I have it like this, and now we're gonna, with a little bit more product, we're gonna very, very slowly and with a lot of detail, we're gonna blend on this outer part and just soften this up a little bit as well. And now we're going back to the brush that we had, Orion Reptilian, and I'm just buffing a little bit on the edge to not lose the green. And we're going back and we're buffing, because we don't want to do like super wide strokes, because if we do that, we're just going to end up with a muddy gray because of the purple undertone of this one and the warm green undertone of this one. But that looks fabulous, if I don't mind me saying it myself. That looks great. So this is the shade EBE2. Again, I'm a nerd, but not as nerdy as the owner of Adept Cosmetics. And I say that in the best way. I think Sandra is such a fun and interesting person. I don't know her personally, but I've had some conversations with her. And I'm pretty sure she's a scientist like my husband, but in a different field. My geekiness is more through books and video games and somewhat movie fandom. Oh, sorry if I'm not in focus, but her geekiness is definitely into like these kind of like sci-fi and like alien things. I love it. I absolutely love it. That looks so cool. So it's a little bit choppy here, but I was thinking we were gonna use, I was so impressed. Oh, this is EBE1. Oh my god, I love that. It's this, you can even see that I've swatched here. It's like this almost greenish gold going to a lime green, like duochrome, and I really liked how that looked. And I think, I hope you can see, I hope this will look really good on top here. Oh, I used a little bit too much. Mistakes were made. And just going over and just blurring this edge. Oh yeah, look at that. And then the green, and then the I love it. Look at that. Oh, okay. Big fan. Speaking of alien things then, I'm gonna go into Galactic Visitor by Singe Beauty, and I am gonna use We, and I think I'm gonna do that in my inner corner because I feel like this like vanilla yellowy pastel. Yeah, that will be perfect for, I love a matte inner corner highlight. And this palette is right now out of stock, but we are getting to be restocking it, and it will restock in September together with the new Singe Beauty launch that is also coming in stock at the same time. So there will be a new Singe Beauty stock in launch in September, and we will be restocking the Galactic Visitor at the same time. We also did sell out of this this brush right here, which is the EO1. I'm very excited. It's the second time we're selling out of that one, and I am organizing right now to have that one restocked, and I'm hoping to have that restocked before Black Friday. I'm doing my absolute best, but that looks really cute. I also wanted to use, I think this is Charmer. Yeah, Charmer by Colourpop, and I think this will be perfect in the waterline. And then I'm just gonna finish this look up. So that is everything. Everything is on. I gotta say, I think it looks really, really beautiful. The foundation fully dried down. I mean, I did use a finishing powder on it, but it is not, it's still got some glow to it. It's not flat, but it's definitely dried down. And that is the kind of foundation I want. I want something that is touch proof, and that's what this is. It doesn't feel powdery or heavy or like just like a film. It just set down, and I am a big fan. I like the eye makeup a lot, and I gotta say, I am really impressed with this one. Like, it looks so nice both on the lips and on the cheeks. Not bad. Overall, I think we had a lot of hits today. I think all of this has been really good. The one thing that I would say is that I talked about this little blush stick, and this one, again, this is the miss one for me that I've been trying out lately. It just smells weird. It's kind of like glassy and sticky on the skin. Not my absolute favorite, especially not for that price tag. But let me know if you tried any of these products. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. If you're wondering about anything, it's gonna be found in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you soon in a new video.